How are you feeling tonight? What are you looking forward to tonight?
I mean, I think there's something really beautiful about experiencing art in a completely different kind of setting.
So basically all of this started when I met up with Amber, who works as a video producer at the National Gallery. She's also a very talented documentarian filmmaker. She was saying about how like she really enjoyed my Korea content and how she could really see me like doing this like presenting, hosting thing for like my actual like job. So obviously when someone tells you like the thing that you love doing the most and how like you should do this as like an actual career, you're like, listen up, you don't even understand. I told her that like, oh, I've actually had this like long time dream of being a red carpet presenter for the Met Gala ever since I saw Liza Koshy and Emma Chamberlain like do it for Vogue. And she was like, no way, did you know that the National Gallery actually has a gala that they run very similarly to the Met Gala? We've actually never had a social media presenter cover content before, and so why am I sensing like a potential collaboration here? And so a couple of iced lattes later, we were already discussing about how we could like potentially work together and how oh my gosh, like could we actually like make this thing work, because it sounds very much feasible. And the only issue is like, of course, like you need to get like approval from the team and actually pitch this to people, because you would need budget, blah blah blah. And so she was like, okay, don't get your hopes up, I will present this idea to the team and like put you forward as a presenter. But even then I was just like, oh my gosh, are you actually like low-key making my dreams come true? Because what is going on? What is life right now? I, even without getting the gig yet, I was already like on cloud 9, because I was just like, this is insane, like we're actually making this dream of ours a thing. And so a couple of days later she messages me on Instagram being like, oh my gosh girl, I presented you to the team, they loved you, and yeah, we're gonna keep the project running. We're actually gonna make you a red carpet presenter for the National Gallery Gala, aka the Nat Gala. And I was like, Amber, shut the front door. I'm literally gagging, screaming, crying, throwing up. I was not ready. And yeah, here we are getting ready for potentially one of the biggest things in my career to ever happen, but we're chill about it. Firstly, I think there's something to be said about allowing yourself to dream that big, because I think the older that we get, a lot of the time we're just like, oh no, like this is like a dream I had when I was like really young, but it's like so unrealistic, like why even bother? No, you gotta give yourself permission to like literally even just like feel good about like fantasizing about that dream, because I feel like if the desire has been planted in you, it's there for a reason. The dream chose you and not anyone else. The second lesson here is to put yourself out there. Honestly, what I always like to say is closed mouths don't get fed. To put yourself in situations where you'll be out of your comfort zone and to just get to know different people in the industry, because honestly, if you're not visible to anyone and people don't know what you can do, even like putting yourself out there in terms of like your capabilities on social media, I think self-promotion is something that is often given like such bad rep, but it can be so good for your career if you do it in a very like authentic, sincere way without coming across as like, oh my gosh, look at me, so narcissistic. I think my final takeaway is that you never really know where one opportunity can take you. Like for example, I think what really landed me this gig was the BuzzFeed video that I did with JB from GOT7. Like thinking about that, that doesn't really have much relation to like what I'm actually doing right now, but it does lead you to like the next opportunity. And so like I feel like it's so important to take inspired action and actually to just follow your intuition and do what lights you up, because then you're collecting like data points along the way to like take you to the next bit.
It's officially happening. Your girl is presenting at the National Gallery Gala. We're doing it. We're actually doing it.